I'm ready. Hi, Matt, what's up?
How's it going?
Good.
So, we talked about making a thief-themed prophecy.
Yes, thief-themed prophecy. It's going to be the first kind of iteration that we're going to try to lean into to get the custom shop concept for prophecy rolling. We've got a couple things we're going to be starting with as like a first go at it.
Yeah.
We're going to set a... What is it? So anyway, with that little bit of background noise, shield logos.
Yeah.
Jason's working on a few different color schemes and iterations of those.
Yep.
We think might look good. He's also working on some color combinations for the RPSs.
Right.
Wood versus fabric. I am going to be working on some different stringing and cross-banding solutions. I'm going to start with the armrest, but we may draw it out into other places. And toppers.
Yeah.
I think Craig and Jeremy are working on a set of toppers.
Sounds good.
Yeah, what do you need from us?
I guess I'm gonna go find Craig.
All right, that sounds good.
Cool. See ya.
Bye.
Hey, Craig.
Hi.
All right, so you wanna walk me through a little bit what's going on here? What are you making?
Currently I am making a prototype prophecy topper set in the style of Thief.
Right.
So they're gonna have Paduke edgings, and then there's gonna be maple and Wenge veneer pressed on top once we get all the Paduke on.
I've never actually seen any of these toppers made. I have no idea how they're even put together.
Well, it's not terribly complicated.
Did these go through the molder?
We got a shaper right there that'll add these grooves so that we get a stronger glue joint. You want to see if we glue these on?
Yes, I do. I want to see so badly.
Here we go.
So smooth. Is that just water?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Just got to do that 5 times.
Great.
So these will be ready in 2 hours. Then after that, I'm going to trim the excess.
Cool. See you in a couple hours.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Matt.
Hello, sir.
What are you looking for?
Well, I know we're making a thief-themed prophecy.
That is what I am working on right now, actually. So I have right there that little stack of veneer. That's going to be what the face for the toppers is. And everything I'm cutting here, we're doing maple for the cross grains. Right now, I'm gonna finish up cutting up just a little bit more maple so I can have enough maple to make cross grains for one topper. And like, this looks like a lot of veneer.
Yeah, that looks like plenty.
This isn't even enough veneer to make one topper set yet.
What?
I'm almost there. You don't realize how much veneer goes into one prophecy table. It's hundreds of square feet of veneer for one prophecy table.
That's a lot.
This right here,
Yeah.
that's one topper set.
Oh.
Plus 1 or 2 extra pieces in case stuff happens.
Now, how many layers do you do?
Actually,
Whoa.
look at that. Exploded view.
Wow.
Because these toppers are going to be the bomb. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I had to get one. Top and bottom are the face veneers, so that's going to be Wenge. The highlight or accent, that's going to be maple, and then that core will be Paduke. Every topper, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of veneer, and it's basically 4 5x8 sheets worth of veneer. So that's 160 square feet of veneer for one topper set. I'm gonna do 5 pieces of 10-inch, and then I'm gonna have a little 4-inch piece that I add to the end of it. So that's what these little pieces are. So I'm just making a couple of cuts. And yes, I'm using the saw backwards. For veneer, if I use that saw and I use it the way you're supposed to use a saw, it will like completely destroy the veneer.
Why?
It's the way the teeth are on the saw, the way it's rotating, it like rips into it. And because veneer is so fragile, it's like, it doesn't take much to crack some veneer.
Right.
That's getting cut off anyway.
Yeah, right.
Clean off any little fuzzies I might have on those edges. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna get this thing all stringed up, and then first thing I'm gonna do is the faces. Every time before I threw the glue string in here, gotta clean this out. Make sure I don't have any clumps of dried glue in there from the previous day.
Is that all this is just strings of glue?
Yep, it's like a hot glue gun meets a sewing machine.
Sewing machine, yeah.
And cleanliness is key. As soon as this thing starts getting dirty is when you run into problems. All right, all seems pretty clean. All I can hear is Hunter and Craig over there. I don't know what they're talking about or what they're laughing about. But I can hear them.
KRS cars for kids.
No!
1877 cars for kids. Donate your car today.
That's an unforgivable song.
It's the worst song ever. So I cut these down. They were about 11 and a half to 12 inches wide, and I trimmed them down to 10 inches, and then just kind of had to figure out where the best place to cut it was.
How do you figure that out?
Partially, it's where any defining factor. This cathedral grain, I want this cathedral to stay because that looks really nice. Imagine you take away an inch off of each side once we trim it.
Sure.
These things will look very centered in the piece, and across the whole 5 pieces, it should make a nice, consistent design without going too crazy anywhere.
Right.
I'm just trying to get the best looking stuff I can. All right, first stitch of the day.
Go. So do you do these upside down technically?
Yep, so the stitch, this part is gonna get glued face down. So this glue string is technically still somewhere inside the piece, but you'll never actually see it. And then this side,
Yeah.
this side will be the side that people see, and all I do here is just basically touch it up. The one thing I always do is I come and get the edges, because that's where that stitch is the weakest. So that little bit of tape right at the end is going to make this whole thing much more stable. And the other thing I'm looking for is just any little gaps in the veneer. And right here, you can kind of see through it a little bit. I wonder if I could even like... There's a little gap in there.
Yeah.
So I just want to close up that gap. That way it makes it a lot harder to see where the seam actually is. That's one topper.
All right.
Become a topper set. I'd say that's gonna look pretty good.
So I got to scrape off the excess glue. We don't want any of this glue to gunk up the sander.
Oh yeah. What are you doing?
So I'm adding witness lines, or witness marks, so that when I put them back through the sander again, with that same side facing up,
Yeah.
I'll be able to tell if it's hitting those areas. Where I marked is where the sander has yet to touch.
Alright, I got everything I need. So I got all my cross grains over there,
Yep.
my B sides over here.
Yep.
These are gonna be my A sides, the top face sides. I laid all the toppers out on the table, and I actually aligned everything to kind of make sure it all matches up and it's supposed to all orientate the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
My favorite motto in veneer land is double check yourself before you wreck yourself. So I check their work before I glue anything up.
Yep.
And you can see on the side over here, it's like they actually noticed they were messing up. They scratched it off and then they changed it. This side is pointing up, and then there is a right side and a left side, and each topper has a number.
Got it.
So these are the R sides, and I marked over here. These are all marked R. I want to make sure that every single one I put on is aligned that way. So all the R's face this way, all the cathedrals start in the same place. That way when it comes to a finished product, they line up how they're supposed to.
Hello.
How's it going?
It is going.
So yeah, we talked about a bunch of prophecy stuff
Yeah.
the other day,
Sure did.
and I gotta make some banding.
What does that mean?
Let me explain. Prophecy table kind of looks like this. This is the armrest. We want to try running a decorative banding along the inside here, you know, to put a little detail
Sure.
to make it so beautiful. We need to construct what that is. A banding or a string could be any number of things. It can just be one solid strip of wood you can put in that could look nice. We're gonna assemble a more complicated one because it'll look even nicer. Here's what we're gonna make. That's one piece of wood. And on this side, there's a skinny piece of wood and a skinny piece of wood. Oh man, I need a ruler. Skinny piece of wood, skinny piece of wood. So the grain's running this way. This center section, this wide piece of wood, we're actually gonna run it the other way. It's gonna go like this, in this direction. You see these grain lines that run this way?
Yeah.
When you run it this way, you get this like kind of stripy perpendicular pattern
Sure.
that looks pretty sharp.
Okay.
So we're gonna run it that way just because it's gonna look great. This is actually gonna be thin strips, you know, about 1/16 of an inch thick, that we're gonna route into the armrest and glue it in. That's how you install it. First thing we have to do is we actually have to build a block of wood that is this pattern. Step one is we gotta make this inside piece of wood. We're gonna start in the middle, glue it up, let it dry, and then we will put the veneer layers on it.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go to the lumberyard.
Do it.
All right, we made it to the lumberyard.
Nice.
Quick. Panoot, this is what we're looking for. So this is gonna be that central core. We just gotta look for a piece of wood that we like. And actually,
that
this one
pretty good.
right on top, I think actually looks great because we've got some nice sort of stripes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut a chunk off of here and glue it right here.
Okay.
Cut another chunk off and glue it right here. So we have we're creating a very wide board instead of a long board.
Got it.
We're gonna take this long board and make it wide.
Okay.
Pretty noisy out here. What? Exactly. Remember, we wanted the stripies going this way, which is good. That's how we've got it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue these together this way. So now we've got a board this wide. So each string will be much longer. We have a lot fewer pieces to have to put together. Probably 2 hours. That'll be good enough.
2 hours later.
Here we go. Now we have a wider board.
Great.
How cool is that?
So cool.
Yeah. This is what we want to see when we're looking at the little bands. So what we have to do now is rotate this. Right now, if we put veneer on the top and bottom like this and make a sandwich, we're going to be seeing the end grain when we slice it up. That's not actually what we want. No. We want to be seeing this. So what we have to do now is take this board, we're gonna rip it into a whole bunch of slices, turn all those slices on the side, and then glue them together. Let it dry again. And then we can finally put some veneer on it and make some banding.
Okay.
It's a lot of steps.
Yeah.
Gotta go talk to Evan, who runs the lasers. And we're gonna have him make some sample shields with different combos of woods. That's the plan. Wow, you're already working on what I need you to work on.
Wow, holy shit.
This is perfect. So you're making shields. Do you know, are these the same size shields as Prophecy?
No, they're bigger. Just a little bit bigger.
I want to try to make the inlay on the Prophecies in the rogue colorways to see if it looks better.
What's the colorway?
Paduke and Maple and Wenge. Cut a Prophecy shield out in Paduke and Maple and make both combos. The only thing I'm worried about is when we go to sand it, the Paduke is gonna stain the maple, which can often happen. Now, Cheeto dust gets in all the cracks and crevices. All right, we're gonna go talk to Jeremy, steal some veneer. Cool, thanks Evan. I need scraps of this.
Just scraps of veneer?
We need to make a couple of Prophecy shields.
You know what, I'm gonna give you this. You can cut what you need. Whoa. That,
is that Paduke?
no, that's not Paduke.
It's colorblind.
He is colorblind.
Jeremy, is this Paduke?
I don't tell wood by color, I tell wood by grain.
Oh, that's a true connoisseur.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell by color.
No, you can't.
Purple Heart and Walnut are the same damn wood to me.
Oh, that's Paduke.
That's scrap. That's literally scrap.
Okay, cool. We got what we came for.
Nice.
We got it. Yeah, so if you can get these cut out, that would be awesome. Yeah. And then we'll make an ugly inlay.
Whoa. What is that little thing?
This is a focusing tool. So in order to get the laser to accurately cut or engrave what you want it to, it's got to be focused to your material. This little guy a little tool. It sits right on the edge of the laser head. And when it knocks off, when you're adjusting the Z-axis.
And once it touches and like falls off, that means it's like at the right height?
Yep.
Okay. I'm learned.
You're so smart, oh my goodness.
I know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some puzzles.
Cool.
My favorite part of the job. That's all right. It's kind of hot. What do you think, Matt? One piece?
I don't know. Whoa, not
Still got
bad.
it. Still got it.
Not bad.
See, there you go. So yeah, usually you pull out the shield, so you don't have to mess with all these tiny little pieces, and then you just flip-flop them. Evan was like, hey, I'm making these shields with like the outer border. You should try that. I think we're gonna go with that. It's looking pretty good.
It really changes it.
It really changes the look of it. This is cool because it's like inlaid right into the wood and it looks great. This is more like a big maple shield with that Paduk like applied on it.
Yeah.
So Evan's cutting us out some maple, some Paduk, and we're cutting Wenge out. So we're just gonna like mix and match a bunch of different combos and see if we get one that looks like really nice. Broke one already. Jay, what are your thoughts? A thief prophecy or a rogue prophecy?
I think that'd be really sharp. Like, I think this combo here fits with like, I can picture like, you know, a library with floor to ceiling shelves and stuff like that, and this would fit in there and it would look.
Because everyone has that.
Yeah.
You know, my library
but
with
it's more
20-foot ceiling.
Yeah.
But I think the Wenge allows it to be a little bit more neutral. It'll fit with a lot more stuff.
Yeah.
I think this one's really sharp. I mean, it doesn't pop immediately.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like the more
Subtle.
understated. Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get this bad boy off.
Whoa. Give it
One
to me.
go.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Whenever I'm working with veneer, I always big fingers. That's what I call it. You want to like spread out the pressure. You can't like grab it like this because you'll snap it. Big fingers.
Oh boy. Hey, nice. Yeah, that's crisp.
Oh, so satisfying. You know
That's
those
nice.
videos online where like batteries fit perfectly in like the containers? Reminds me of that when it's just like, ah, satisfying. See, I think this
That does
might
look
be the
nice.
winning combo. I'm just gonna put them in this, glue that to a piece, and then sand it. We'll get basically the right look.
Yep.
Oh, hi, Matt.
Whoa.
So I'm just feeling it to make sure I don't feel anything off, bumps or anything like that. At this point, there probably isn't much I can do about it anyway, but I want to make sure they came out good.
Do you have a special jig for each one?
Yeah, each topper gets its own jig because of how it's set up.
Damn.
Like the curves have to line up properly. With better jig making, we could have potentially made a universal one, but
Yeah.
we designed the prophecy jigs pretty early on in our understanding of CNC, so.
Sure. That looks pretty damn good to me.
Yeah, with no veneer with it. Looks really nice, actually.
Hey, Matt.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Jeremy whipped me up some veneers, so I got my cross-banding sandwich glued up. So this is just gonna dry for an hour, a couple hours. We're gonna rip it up into a bunch of strippies.
Yeah.
And then we'll put it in that armrest. See how it looks. I'm trying to figure out where it goes. Somewhere around there, I think. All right, we're gonna figure out how to get this thing in here now. This is the cutoff, so I know this curve matches this curve exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna get 2 of these set up.
Oh.
So it traps it perfectly and I can do it in
Makes sense.
do it in one.
Sure.
So I'm gonna try to do.
You don't have like a corner piece though.
No, so what we're gonna do is route the channel this way, so it's gonna be round in the corner here. Now, you can't bend this around that really tight corner.
No.
So what you do is we're gonna run it all the way to that edge, then we're gonna miter this. We're gonna cut it so it matches perfectly with the one coming the other way.
Right,
So you're
okay.
gonna have a nice angle and they'll meet. Make sure it's the right depth. When we put it in, we want to make sure that we don't have to, it's not way too low or way too high. We want it to be just right. And that feels just about right.
Looks pretty good.
Go, Steve. I go to right about there. So we're gonna chisel this corner out. So that's how they're gonna meet, that nice corner.
Right.
So yeah, basically we wanna, when we trim these, we wanna connect this corner to this corner. Gonna look like. I want to glue it because I want to send it over to the finish shop so we can actually see what it's going to look like when it gets finished.
Okay.
It'll get a little more contrast. It'll pop a little more.
Cool.
It already pops quite a bit.
Yeah, no, I think it looks nice. Sweet, good job.
Cool, thanks.
Whoa! Looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Just gonna clean them up a little bit.
Wow, you gotta put chamfers on everything, don't you?
So we can see that detail. This particular, you get that nice white stripe.
Yeah.
Being reckless, man. We're gonna go straight from 100 grit to 180 grit. I'm sure you know how crazy that is.
Whoa. You're a madman.
Oh no!
Immediately.
The only thing I'm worried about is when we go to sand it, the Paduke is gonna stain the maple.
It's not terrible.
I think we have some oil in that line.
Yeah.
Gross. Let's go drop these off with Chip.
Yeah.
And he can get a quick spray finish on this so we have like the right sheen and stuff.
Sounds good.
How we doing? Would you be able to spray these quick for me just to get like the right sheen and color?
I would love to do that.
What are your thoughts?
I like them. I don't like that. This is too dark, I think.
You're a good guy. That's the problem. You're too good.
I like things like this.
That's,
Clean.
that's like basically
clean
what
and
we have
neat.
on the actual prophecies.
This might be the best.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Yep.
this is a good guy right here.
Yeah, chaotic.
Not a
You know what I mean?
bad guy.
Robin Hood, chaotic good all day.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Chip.
You got it.
Whoa!
Oh, hey, go.
Matt, get out of here.
What?
Can't. We did it.
Yeah.
Or we've done some of it.
Yeah, let me look at it.
We got to get the team together. What day?
I don't know.
I don't know. Next time.
Next episode.
We're gonna do it.
Sure. See you then.
Whoa, jinx.
Fuck.
Sugar, spice, and everything diced in So we had the original pins, and I wanted something a little bit more substantial, something that didn't just say Dicepalooza. And I think these are
silver?
Very cool design. Oh?
Yeah.
Gold looks good. I know it's lower contrast, but it's nice. Silver, black, gold. Do you like that?
It's nice.
See, Ed's on it. Ed's a fan of the poos.